Appreciate it. Hoping you would maybe butter us up. Get Twitch chat all, you know, slithery smooth before we get into another game of Vertigo, because things get crazy here. They won't be crazy anymore. Vitality now having their hands full of Movistar riders. This is a team that we saw struggle on Vertigo in almost a comical way at Blast Madrid. That's where Blast Madrid, the Iberian qualifiers, right? We had the Portugal Giants versus the Spanish Riders, and they weren't able to retake any single A bomb sites. That's kind of where the meme came from at the time. It was the first big showing of Vertigo at pro play, and, well, what a showing indeed. Oh no! Oh no! Alex falls! He falls to his own demise, as if the pistol could have been going any worse. As if they weren't already in a 3v5 post plant with only squeaky control. Alex soars to his end. And NBK, with everything to do now, is going to get pushed down in squeaky. No respect shown by Soaker. That's a pistol in the bag for the Riders.
See, I normally always sing about how Alex is British. In that moment, he was definitely French.
Oh, damn! Throwing rocks, Tom.
That is the most British thing to do, though. It's like with Andy Murray in tennis. It's like if he wins, he's British. If he loses, he's Scottish. We are fickle people.
But I love you. Ooh, come on, Tom. Supposed to say it back.
I love you as much as I love my chicken nuggets. There you go.
Oh, that's why you're not talkative with me, Tom. You're still chomping on your nuggets.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No problem.
But they are finished now, so we're ready.
USPs with Dinks is all that's happened so far. Zywoo Molotov by his side. He's fine to chill out a little bit, and he's got teammates to come over, so that's going to alleviate the pressure as he flashes his way inwards. He sees the head on sandbags, but as quickly as he sees them, nobody sees anything further. RPK, the last to fall. Everyone's just slaughtered from Vitality in the follow-up. All the duels picked up by Riders, and these guys aren't slouching as they come into this game, Tom. The Spaniards are looking hot.
Yeah, they want to get into the sort of, I believe it's the top 2, get more automatic promotion. So a win here could actually make a pretty decent impact on the way that this could end up. This is the last game for Movistar Riders, and Vitality, okay, they've only lost a couple of matches, but if they make some more mistakes, there's a chance that they could get that second place and have a slightly easier road when it comes to playoff position. So here we go. MBK. Not going to allow that to happen. They've had one loss today, and I'm imagining they're going to try and make that the only loss they'll have today. Bit more of a risky, well, not investment. This is saved weaponry. It's a bonus round, but they have a risky buy-in at the moment on the Movistar side of things. Still a fair amount of utility, but it's being expended as they make their play around, and Alex is going to be very happy to pick up that AK and just fade away.
Keeps the left side of the site instead, and that is where he will find his kill. So good job on the reposition. Keys, however, floating back into B. RPK is the anchor. The tank sinks his treads into the mud. Just waits. They're going to be delivered with bomb included. Alex looking to take that first gunfight. Oh no, it's the MAC-10 flyby that instead is utilized to get bomb on site. 1v4 is where it finds itself and not even picked back up. Soaker with a peek around the side of the site. Ooh, it's Apex in the duel and another jumping down. Alex heard but not stopped. 4 survivors for Vitality. Immediate gun round win. That's a great look for them, but a big play by NBK yet again. RPK's hold. It's all coming together.
Yeah, quick and swift bounce back, but even still, there's going to be a purchase. And once again, it will involve a MAC-10 as Mopos make sure to get extra utility. It seems to be a big part of the Riders' gameplay is making sure they have all the grenades available to them. Looking to try and gain the control of the elevators. A quick rotational spot. They can get control. Look at Zywoo, though. this is a portion of the map you don't really see CT sides push too much, mainly because it's so risky. And he's going to be there, ready and waiting. One down, a second damage, but he can't quite close. As there's still going to be 4 players standing, or maybe crawling in the case of Alex.
Yeah, he just limps back up, hops on top of the box. Now he's fully displayed, but still, he's fine to take down another. Whoop. And there's the peek from the other Alex. Dropped out of this one, 3 versus 2, and all these remaining players still standing strong. Damage no longer much. This equation still bomb shown. Last 2 Ts now known to be rounding the rank. Alex looks to post up Og, but he finds Mopaz, and he's caught a reload. Oh no, RPK's trade is fine. Bomb thrown out yet again. And 40 seconds for Deaths to try and work this clutch. He's going to play around the crane. We have seen this new opening utilized in so many of these mid-round moments, yet once more to the 1v1, but RPK has got it under wraps. 2 rounds for Vitality, 2 for the Riders. We're tied, and it's hectic, and it's tense, and I would want nothing other, Tom, for this. Both these teams at 11 wins in the season. Vitality have 2 less losses compared to Riders 4, but these 2 teams are fighting for that second spot in the season, seeing as we have the potential flawless run of crazy now.
Yeah, there is no possibility for either of these teams to overtake them. Vitality has 2 losses. And with 15-0, that means that, well, the maximum amount of losses they could have is 1. So it is not possible. But yeah, that second place spot is just as valuable. I'm actually interested to see Vertigo, though, from Vitality. It's not a map they played too much, only a couple of performances on this map. So the other thing I will say is, for them, they are in playoffs as a minimum. Like, that is a fact. So in all honesty, they could try out some maps that they wouldn't necessarily risk.
No. Think for a second. This was going to be the 3rd map of Furia versus Vitality at the ECS Finals, but it was a 2-0 grand final. So they were willing to play this on the biggest stage of their year just yet. So that's why, like, I've got a high expectation coming out of Vitality, to be honest. Because if they were up against Furia, a team that we know can play it, that would have been a hell of a way to lose.
Yeah.
You know? But we haven't seen it. You're absolutely right. There's just no sample size, really. Even going into such a high stakes game, it was such an unknown quantity. So now that I have a chance to reflect on it, Tom, this could be a treat for us. Vitality with a showing of what could have been. Let's see if they can lock down the A site, because that's where 2 Ts look to hit. Not the bomb included. That's still floating on spawn. But they have plenty of time to play their options, and the creep and crawl seems to be it. Ooh, and Opper hits the shot. Good peek by Zywoo, but he's flamed out of the corner, so he uses the smoke to take down the threat. Now the other one comes in. Mixwell denied. 1v3 on the B site, though, works out perfect. So is this still successful? Define success.
I don't have my Oxford Dictionary next to me, so I'll have to do that later, but Mopaz already gets the first, but Alex, sorry, very quick to get the trade back. It is going to be a 4th round on the board for Vitality. A lot of these rounds have been very, very close, coming down to 1v1s, or in this case, only a couple of members surviving. The T's continue to get themselves in positions where they can buy, but definitely not the buy they would desire. Like, we know that the Movistar Riders want to get themselves a lot of utility going into these rounds, and
100%.
So far, the only way they've been able to do that is by getting a Mac 10 into the mix, or having some sort of SMG. This time, there's not going to be much. In fact, this is the first time we've actually seen them almost negate utility just to make sure they have AKs.
True, very true. They do still collect the 4 smokes, and I would understand why. It's a team that we've known to go into the A executes. But NBK, good crosshair readjustment, gets caught off by Mopaz, who is boosted in the smoke on box. And yet, NBK bests him. There's the follow-up from Alec. Vitality locking down the A site with 2 players slain. Yet again, that bomb could get its entry to the B site, but it's at least going to be defended. He'll have to beat RPK. And he's been spotted and confirmed to be near. So Vitality will sprint over, trying to save all 4 of their players for the next round. Deny Deaths any plant, which they've done. Excellently closed here by Vitality. 3-point lead, and so much to still play for. Excellent time for a pause, I would say. let's all catch our breath.
I think that's almost a prime example of sort of how valuable the utility was to Movistar, because the one time they don't have much of it is the time that they get absolutely slaughtered. It was just a quick round, and I don't think that's the way to face Vitality. They're one of the worst teams of that. Maybe Crazy would be slightly worse because they really do have a star player seemingly in every single position, but you go into these duels dry and you don't have smokes to isolate players, you struggle because they are so good at what they do. Like, even without highlighting the fact that ZywOo individually is definitely one of the best players in the world, but even just the rest of the team, as you go along, like, they're going to be able to take the duels versus the Spanish side. So need to get that utility, and we'll see it again on the back of some pistols. We know that the next buy is going to be a prominent one, as they'll have, well, either the money from the win or the loss bonus.
DK smoked off, can't quite get vision, and there's so many keys all around. He's wrapped into this bomb site, but he's found quite a comfortable position for only a moment. Able to at least cut down the numbers and damage them too. Mixwell prioritizes plant and he gets this in, but Mopaz, he's standing to the left. He drops smoke, and now ZywOo. It's the pistols up close. Hot damn. ZywOo's just shuffling through guns like it's a leisurely stroll, all in the midst of an afterplant. It's a chaotic push from the Riders that gets bombed down. A little injection of cash could do them some good, but speaking of money, Vitality, they look fine. 3 losses in what was versus Pistols, but that comes to be what's common for them. And if you're meeting your own expectations, then you're not disappointed in the least bit. So they're happy to rebuy back into it. And we have now an op on each side, rifles aplenty. We're right into the midst of this half, Tom.
Yeah, and six rounds on the T side from what we've seen so far. Pretty damn good. What did Apex just kill him through? I don't know what that was, but I guess it wasn't the wood. Where is he playing? I think he was in mid.
I'm flying around looking for bullet holes. I'll let you know if I find it.
Might have just been the corner of the wall in middle. Or through the smoke or something, but yeah, they've got their early kill. And Movistar Riders look like they're struggling at the moment. We've seen teams able to gather up the majority of their rounds on the T side, and with Vitality already up to 6, a strong position, a flashbang that's perfect from Apex. He is going to be cancelled out. But even still, T side struggling to gain any real map control. It is something that we normally give over to the T's, is the fact that that ramp's actually quite easy to gather up, but they haven't really been utilizing it.
Huge flank from NVK. The natural born killer calm in pushing spawn and forcing the bomb back over towards A, where ZywOo. This guy has just been playing around with his sidearm. Think about how he closes the clutch last round. He's got it out this time too, shutting down the bomb push, swapping to the op to close the round out and keep 4 alive. But he's not stressed versus Riders. I think they've had their hands full with Crazy in the previous game, and that's kind of elevated their individual level. You know, when you're tested on your mechanical skill and then find yourself against a smaller opponent, it's fun to bully them. You know, drag them through the mud. Break their glasses.
Oh, wow. I don't condone this violence. Safely say I've never broken anyone's glasses, just my own, because I'm a clumsy fool.
Maybe I'm speaking from experience.
You're the one breaking my glasses. I always thought it was just me sitting on them, but you know.
I like the molly here. Clear out sandbags in case we have ZywOo on an aggressive push. He's been known to go on the offensive towards A. But it's actually Alex, in fact, that takes a peek and sees.
Peek back in there. The Molotov holds off any peek onto ZywOo, so we'll be able to get one. Alex had a much stronger performance so far, and he'll line them up. A triple spray down. MBK's in with the help. And that'll be 8-2. And I think that this game for Alex has been like night and day. Like, we saw him on Nuke, a fairly quiet display, and even still it was a 16-14 thriller. Now he comes up to the table, a 12-3 scoreline, top of the board, outshining everyone at the moment, and they are winning comfortably.
Riders can shake them up a bit. Let's go. We've got the buyback in. And this time, of course, ZywOo is where? Behind the sandbags that were Molotov in the previous one. And this time they don't use the utility. So he, wow, what a devilish young gun. Ooh, hello, Mixwell. Just paints the back wall with ZywOo's head, and suddenly we've got a pressured A site that causes this rotation. Alex, though, he's on the side of the... Jumps up around the smoke, gets back into the 4 versus 3, holds it down for the CTs with another one. And that bomb can happily just double back to try and join deaths. 2v4 at the minute mark with a very real 9-2 looming near.
Yeah, it really has been a tough half so far. They're going to try and pressure in towards the B side, but even still 2 players ready and waiting. A late smoke thrown down. Spotting for anybody looking to jump through the window, but on the other side, Mopos just looking to try and sneak his way through the smoke, and another one goes down. They know where RPK is, but it doesn't matter. He has support and didn't even need it in the end. 9-2. I want to point something out as well. So it says Alex has died 3 times. You have to remember, one of those times he killed himself by falling off the building. So they've actually only managed to kill him twice, and he actually has 15 kills.
God damn. And this is the Alex that on Nuke versus Crazy we were hoping could kind of give us a star-studded so that we could see all of the pieces of vitality that have recently come together be shown here to kill the Crazy win streak. But that's not the reality we live in. We've got Vitality now bouncing back after the loss with a stellar performance here on Vertigo. Alex boosted over the smoke. This is cool. This is exploiting a T-sided smoke. Riders were using this to try and get close, but instead they have got gone. ZywOo responds to the op and another. Peeking confidently into the T's, he just drops a 3rd body, clears them all out, decomposes of what was an A setup yet again. Riders, they want to go into the executes. Like you say, talking into the grenades over and over, playing proper CS. They're throwing the textbook at him. But ZywOo's already done high school, Tom. He's done reading books. He's wrecking heads, 10-2. This is a huge lead for the Frenchman.
Oh, he's been countered, though. Mixwell finally gets an AWP of his own. Wants to peek back in versus Apex, but spray through. Might be enough. He spots him. Actually will hit another shot. Maybe this is the way to do it. Brute force and RPK down below. He can't get away with anything. Surely MBK actually comes to try and bail him out. And now his position comes to light once again. But the flames, well, Mixwell saves himself. Probably unintentionally.
I don't know how that fire spreads, but it's ridiculous regardless. Mixwell into the clutch because of it. And how's Alex going to do this? Right now, heading in the wrong direction. Somebody call him. Head him back towards B. Because unfortunately for Vitality, Alex does not have the advantage in utility here right now. Double smoke, double flash. Maybe the sound cues are what's going to draw him over. But he does have a kit at least. The only real piece he's working with other than his AUG. The retake's on. He's going to sprint right after the plant. The post-plant positioning from the T's. What does it tell us? Well, Soaker's convinced there may be a man on mid or behind him. So, unbeknownst to the T's, the CT makes this sound, and that's why it's all over. Mixwell with big ears and a big close. Thank goodness the fire killed RPK, however. That's what opened the B site for the bomb plant and the 3rd round for the Riders.
Yeah, that could have been a very scary position if he manages to get away with that aggressive push. And that's sort of been the difference here. Like, Vitality have been so aggressive in their plays that the strategy from Movie just doesn't work. And now we're getting into more brute force territory. They're actually starting to counter some of these aggressive plays that are coming out from Vitality. And a similar situation in a Pro League when it was Hellraisers versus Aristocracy. I wouldn't say quite to the same level, but Hellraiser said, yeah, we haven't really practiced this map, but we just thought we could win off of like aggression and just individual skill. And it worked. Like, they managed to beat Aristocracy, who were well prepared. And at the moment, that seems to be the aim of the game for Vitality. Like, every fight we're seeing, they're in a position they shouldn't be in.
You mean like standing above the B staircase? Just fully
Yes.
exposed for 3 Ts to peek you and send RPK's corpse sailing down the 50 floors or more that Vertigo puts us on. But back to the clutch. Maybe it's just about pressuring Zywoo. Seeing what he's truly made of. But he walks into the scope of Mixwell. Down he goes. There's the spread on the Molotov. And, oh, almost a kill on the follow-up. But Vitality's Alex gets cut down at 2. Movistar's Alex survives. Op given back over to Mixwell. We have one final round for Vitality to defend before Zywoo switches to the offense.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where finally Movistar have started playing Vitality at their own game a little bit, like getting aggressive and just pushing into sites. And a lot of it's been off the back of this man. Mixwell with the AWP again finds an opening pick for his side. And MBK, I think that's, again, a second round in a row. He's tried to run towards middle. And a second round in a row, he's been killed. It wasn't by the AWP last time, but even still. They may have got a little bit ahead of themselves. I will admit 10 rounds on the CT side of this map is a very good showing. But even still, you don't want to give your opponents a chance to get back in.
They will give them a chance to get out mid. No contest coming out of it from Vitality. Alex just watches back from elevator shaft. And RPK, I like this position more. This is probably why he was caught standing above the ladder last round. It's because he's meant to be here behind the staircase. And he just spotted a body, but then he's caught into going for the aggression. Death's peaks and he's not expected. Alex, scope up, but nope. Mixwell hits another headshot, and Riders with a flawless close in the 15th round have themselves at least 5 on the T side.
Yeah, I think that's a mix of just the change up in strategy coming out from Movistar, but also I think Vitality got a little bit ahead of themselves. Like, some of those peaks they were taking were mad, and to sort of get an opening pick most rounds just based off an aggressive position, it definitely helped Movistar out. Obviously, it still took Mixwell hitting some really nice shots, but we sort of had the B stairs challenged with 3 players in one round, and I can understand maybe Vitality thinking, okay, we're far enough ahead that we can start experimenting a little bit, because that's one thing that is always interesting me about this map is where do you get aggressive? Because the stairs is sort of an obvious choice. It's just getting there in a time where you can, because the T's get to the bottom of the stairs as quick as you get to the top. So maybe just trying out a few different things in the last few rounds, but none of them really worked, and Mixer with that all definitely made a difference.
Deep positioning on the A site. Deep positioning on the A site. And we have Alex just patiently waiting. This is going to push the T's back to B, where they do challenge stairs. And also, NBK's got himself a gush on mid. This is going to put Riders in a bit of a tricky spot. So Alex on the A site gets aggressive. CT's now knowing to rotate over. They are going to get ahead of the push, but the body count starts to stack up already. Death's still inside of the corner. He's not been called. He gets a chance at another kill. And while he finally falls, it's Mopaz with the next one. Watching mid is Soaker. Now he knows he's pinched, but the last T comes in. NBK, off of the first one, wants a little bit more. And he's got 70 health to slow this down with 55 seconds too. But he walks outwards into the green. There it is. Soaker cleared out, and Alex back on quad. He's got vision up with a USP at the distance. He taps now. He knows NBK down to 9. It's going to take a headshot. Ooh! He's got it. Alex with a pistol round for Riders.
Way too close. Way too close. MBK able to find individual jewels. And the thing is, I'm not even sure that's so much them being given. Like, I think the second one maybe could have been like a fallback, but it was just his timing and positioning each fight was enough to get him an individual jewel. Unfortunately, not able to close out the round for his team, and now we're going to try a brute force effort. This is where grenades just become so powerful. Flawless from the Riders. Absolutely destroy that push, and they needed to, because look at the weaponry they have. This is a sort of round that you do not see very often anymore. This was perfect when you had those sort of extra rounds of loss bonus, and it was a position where basically now you'd be seeing just USPs. Or well, obviously Glocks if you're on the T side, because clearly that's the case. But yeah, these sort of SMG rounds are surprising. Look at Socket just jump straight down. ZywOo's sort of been handed a free kill. He had to get it through the smoke, but they've clearly got ideas on the Riders side, but depends how good they are. How has that happened? Back through the smoke.
Yeah. See, that's what kind of keeps them still in this, when in reality, a push like that is so audacious that it shouldn't ever happen. I mean, we had ZywOo who goes for the same smoke, because the CTs can smoke off the forklift vision, and then you only have to worry about tarps. So we saw ZywOo walk up, and as the smoke fade, try to go for that 3K one round. But to just sprint in with the flashbangs and SMGs, I guess, again, throwaway, maybe. How do you get these lesser weapons close up? Sprinting and jumping downwards is a way, but look at Mopaz. He's got two bodies lined up and they turn their back. He gets damaged just slightly in with another duel. Oh my god, a 4K off the MP9, and NBK is the last one from the ramp. He cuts it down to just two opponents left over, 40 seconds as well, and bomb in his possession as he retreats slightly and has to make up his mind. Does he go all the way back or double dip to the A site? Deaths is playing on boost. These SMGs will be at a massive disadvantage versus the Krieg, and NBK has been known to take heads with it. He's been seen, though. And Alex plays close box. He's going to swing out. NBK blindsided, so Riders close the round. An immaculate 4K with an MP9 turned into the 1v2 clutch.
Yeah, I like the work done by Deaths as well at the end, just for sound cues. Like, it just made a load of noise, made it clear that he knew where MBK was, and MBK, for every single moment of that clutch, didn't even consider there could be a second player there. So, good work from the Riders. They now start bringing this into interesting territory. MBK will be able to Juan Alex, but it's a martyrdom trade, as even after death, he's taking bodies. But this sort of round is going to be a tough task. Very little utility, in fact, a singular smoke onto Alex. And, well, if you have one smoke to put down on a map, where on earth do you choose?
Bomb thrown down. This round comes to a grueling halt. 4 survivors up for Riders. Again, just making the CT side come back. 4 consecutive now for the defense. Even despite them having that oddity of a round with all those SMGs in play, they come out on the better end of it all. So let's see if they can tie at 10. It's going to take another gun round. They do possess the only op with Soaker. Ooh, but top mid from Alex. He gets hyper aggressive, throws himself in, and he's going to give away a good portion of the map control, but Vitality not rushing things, just recomposing now.
Ooh, MBK. Quite a bit of damage taken. More nades being thrown out. A big part of their game at the moment seems to be that fight for mid control, which a lot of the time is not really the case with Vertigo teams. You see an awful lot of A pressure, but mainly there's a late lurk through mid. That's about it. Other than that, I haven't seen any team really get this aggressive in that portion of the map so early on. MBK still tagged low, but he's just now going to hold on as the rest of the team rotate, and Apex going to get an opener. He is spotted. Mopaz has got to be so careful. The patience now shown by Vitality could be enough to steal this round away, but Mopaz finds an angle around the edge of the smoke as it fades. 2 quick kills coming in for the Spaniards. Mopaz now knows it's all about survival. The Molotov too late, and RPK left into a clutch, but he needs them to line up or something here, but they almost do. He's so close. Maybe a millimeter up, and he gets that final frag. Scary times, but still. 10-10. Money now. Well, you could risk it if you're Vitality, but by the looks of things, they're playing it safe.
Risky business down in that clutch, but it's another one added to the tally for Riders. 5 in a row. Vitality back in with a lackluster buy. Not as atrocious as when we had just those Glocks trying to run up B site and die, but nearly the same result as bomb is thrown out. And now this makes you wonder, with everything they invested, all of the utility that surrounded the pistol players and NBK on the Krieg, To just lose bomb at the bottom of B stairs means any plan is thrown out the window. Nothing went accordingly for Vitality. Not even able to get their control back of bomb. In fact, Mopaw is so aggressive down beneath the T's that he now has even elevator shaft in his control. Mixwell's going to clean up the A site, and this makes things go from bad to worse. A 1v4 for NBK, or else we have Riders in the lead. It's been a while, Tom, but it took time to get here. They've done it. An 11-10 scoreline means this game's not nearly over.
Oh, for sure. And the scariest thing at the moment for the T side of Vitality is there's only one player. Like, there is. It's MBK. That's it. Like, we saw Alex have a fantastic first half. He has now done what I can assume is nothing. Zywoo, I think he's got 1 kill. Like, didn't think that would be coming. But, yeah, it's been really quiet from the T side so far, and it is just that fight for middle. That's the only real portion of the map where they've been able to fight, and it's now starting to be challenged back. But Alex, mention his name, and there's a quick double, giving them a way back into this one. Has to be very careful going down those stairs. Zywoo waits patiently as well, and although he's tagged, still managing to get these jewels. But a nice shot from Soccer. He's doing good work over on that A side at the moment, but he's rotated away.
Zywoo gets bumped, and still the Molotov goes down. Soccer peeks, though, and around the crane he'll go. A wild second that does not hit the mark. Death's down into the clutch. Now Alex is barely alive. On 4 HP, he'll plant the bomb and fall back. We've already got RPK further down the ramp, and now with Alex having utility and hiding behind it, he's spotted. Oh my god, he didn't crouch. You have to crouch. And now Deaths is going to get back onto the box. He sees RPK. Oh, a chance. But RPK bests him. Deaths jumps up, and it's exposed to the Frenchman. Vitality right back with the tie.
Yeah, they're way too close of a round, and a few moments where you feel like if Movistar are a little bit more patient, they probably take it. Like the aggressive push towards the end. I suppose it's once you already get a kill, there's the blood pumping through the veins, but even still, there's a chance for them to hurt the economy here again. We're going to get huge amounts of aggression, but there's the counter Molotov. The good one at that, it will hold back the T's. They can't afford to push this. They're trying to stop the CT side taking over the elevator, but thus far they have failed. Movistar looking to adapt, but we're not seeing that much adaptation from the T's. It's really just a couple of players probing and playing patient on either side of the map, and then just that fight for mid every round.
Ops posted today. Mixwell as well on the half. Finds the wallbang damage into Apex. Still, there's 3 members of Vitality set up outside of this site, and they're going to throw back some utility here, softening Mixwell furthermore, but he sees head. Crossing around the ramp, Zywoo unleashes his utility as a wall of smokes jumping through Alex. Wild play into the hand of Mixwell. He will fall. And NBK has left bomb behind, so now these T's, they're fighting on the site with no cause, really. They're just going to push in for the kills, and it's expected. Alex with a double headshot. Only Zywoo now to clutch it all. 1 versus 5? I don't think so. Riders take a lead.
And there's not really much from the T side that suggests they're going to do anything to stop this, because in this second half at least, Movistar Riders have been an evident better team. Like, as said, the T side from Vitality has been pretty flat, and I am almost quite happy that for them, at least, the ECS they did take it into, because, like, although I think Movistar are a decent team, I don't think they would have come close to Furia if they played anything like this.
Well, I thought Mopaz wanted to sprint through windowsill, but he puts out the Molotov and then holds it. You look at a chomp down now that they execute, though. Mopaz sees the player on the cross, lines up 2 players with stairs. This guy can handle an MP9 like a God-given gift.
Oh.
He closes it.
It's like 2 bullets.
3 frags once more from an SMG and a gun round. 2-point lead for Riders. It's ridiculous.
Wait, you understated that. 3 kills from 1 clip. I swear he didn't reload.
Ridiculous. It's like a little garden hose of a pea shooter. MP9s, making money, racking up frags. Buddy sitting at 24 kills, 18 deaths. And he casually swaps it over to an AK. Looking to flex against Vitality. Their own guns, Tom. Insult to injury as the Frenchmen are back on pistol.
Oh, nice shot. Soccer kicking things off. The AWP on this site has been a menace, but they haven't really come close to quelling. There's Mixwell using it on the T side, and it's been all Soccer here. Waiting patiently. Zywu just around the corner. Smoke's going to start to play into the site. He's actually going to opt to duck back through it, maybe knowing that he'll be able to see over the top of this. There isn't that upper smoke we saw previously on Vertigo. Already deaths. Going to manage another one. They get a bomb plant at least the T side, but that is it. Nothing else. Not even a frag. In fact, other than the damage on Mixwell, they didn't manage to come close to getting a kill. 14 and 11. There has been 1 round. I don't even know how many it is now. What was it? Was it 10-2 or 3? Like, it was... They won the last few rounds, so the fact that either way, there's been 1 round since then is crazy.
Remember at the end of that first half as well, when we were saying to ourselves, like, either Riders have just composed themselves, or Vitality are letting this slip because, of course, they have the boiling confidence of being able to switch to the T side to close. But what re-emergence here from Riders. To think, 9 CT rounds out of the last 10. Vitality unable to really sink their teeth into much, but with so many bodies on this B site, they're going to try to take it by storm. They line up for deaths, a huge lineup, but he only comes out with 2. Zywu can't trade it back with the op, but at least Molotov's it long enough so he can grab bomb and possibly plant. But oh, NBK just gets wrecked. And now let's watch Zywu work his magic. Ooh, there's no magic, it's dry. The sorting
What do you mean
cat,
he did? He disappeared.
Yeah, disappeared real quick into thin air. Sent to the grave and, well, comes back, brought to life in what could be the final round here. A 12th to the T side of Vitality, maybe looking for their second. What a crazy comeback here from Riders.
Yeah, this has been a strong performance and maybe showing that there needs to be some work done on this map for Vitality. Well, I don't think maybe. There's definite gaps within their play at the moment. But the Movistar Riders looking confident, looking good, and getting ready to try and add a... Oh, they had 1 loss the whole rest of the season, and they might be able to have 2 in 1 night. Obviously playing the other 2 top teams. They need to get that smoke down, because I think they just missed it. I think they missed the smoke that's supposed to be up above to block off this position that Soccer's been so deadly from. And that's going to be